Yeah, that's fine. We got her up. We're good. Get ready. Get us some comments.
I wanted to eat. Should I eat on camera, everybody?
Oh, well, you can do that too.
We're live. Here we go.
And 3, and 2, and 1, and 3, and 2, and 1, and boom. On the phone. Oh, you can't hear that because I can't play it for you. You shouldn't say you can't hear it. You can't. We can't do that legally. But it's a really good song by Olivia Dean. Good groove, good vibe. Talk to me, yeah. We gonna be rolling. Boom. You'd be the man I need. Ooh, just gotta get this going here for our online listening. Put that Jeff Levering interview. He's good stuff from Jeff.
I know Jeff Levering is a good dude. All right, 1 minute till we get your text.
1 minute. Now you can hear this later. Opening day.
All right, so we're gonna play the mix. That's what we do here on the show. Jeff Levering from the Brewers. So,
the man I need.
Talk to me. Be the man I need, yeah. We do like to sing. If you're watching, you know we sing all the time.
I know, and unfortunately, y'all can't hear the actual music that we're singing to, so sorry.
We'll just tell you where the song is by the way we sing. So you know it's ending pretty soon.
You have a new text message.
Bop, bop, bop.
Good morning, mixers. Let's talk about a fitness fail.
Uh-oh.
It says here with the text, my boyfriend recently got really into fitness and healthy living. At first, it was great, but now he constantly comments on what I eat, how much I work out, and my discipline. He says it's about our long-term health, but it feels judgmental and exhausting. And as a woman, I don't appreciate it. I didn't sign up to be criticized at home, and it's starting to affect my self-esteem.
Oh, no, we don't need that.
The question is, am I overreacting or should I push back? You are not overreacting. There's a big difference between somebody who's really passionate about their health and then trying to control and criticize you and what you do with your health. Like that's not
Look what I'm doing.
That's not going to inspire someone if they feel like you're being critical.
Look what I'm doing. You should be doing the same thing. Put that down. How about you fitness freak, you fitness foot in your mouth. Just let's quiet down. Let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think the mixer...
Do your thing, I'll do my thing.
And you got to ask yourself, how do you feel around him lately? Do you feel encouraged or you feel discouraged? Which one is it? Are you feeling judged, monitored when you go out to dinner, when you're
not good
picking and choosing meals, when you're deciding you want to sit and watch a show? I mean, I can understand that you want your partner to live a long, healthy life and be there forever. I totally get that. But there's that strategy isn't going to work because you're ultimately not going to change anybody. You can influence. You can influence by your actions. You can influence by, look at how great I feel. Look at all this energy that I have. And maybe they'll take note of that. But to just sit there and criticize what they're doing
Yes,
for the mixer, the fact that you're saying this is now affecting your self-esteem, it sounds like it's being mean and cruel.
You got to support each other. You know, this isn't a competition, although there's some fun competitions between my wife, Jess, and I, but that's fun stuff. This is more lifestyle. You got to encourage each other. All right. If you're way up here, whatever little gains your partner gets, if you're not happy with it, or you're like, I wish they would do more, but at least if it's a little gain, like, hey, you did a good job, you know, added more weight to the workbench, whatever, the lifting, whatever. But you can't be sitting there going, you should be doing as much as I do. You shouldn't be eating. You should be doing, you should, the you should people. Don't like the you shoulds. You don't want to be hearing that you should. That doesn't motivate anybody. 414-432-1099. What do you think of this situation for text roulette?
Well, and it really sounds like, too, the boyfriend has taken on a whole different lifestyle now. I mean, the healthy living lifestyle, and might be also something to think about. If your lifestyles aren't aligned, what does that look like in the future? But I would I'd hope you'd be able to tell your boyfriend, like, hey, this is getting critical and it's getting mean. Let's go to line number 1 here. Hey, Packer fan Tiffany, what do you want to say?
Hey. Hello?
Hi, yeah, we're here. What's up?
Oh, sorry. I think the mixer should 100% push back.
Push back.
Situation?
Yeah.
All right.
It's how she wants to work out and how she feels her progress is going. It is not her boyfriend's view on how she should be doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And we even have a text from the Siding Unlimited text line. Throw the man away.
Wow.
Not even like talk to him or try and, bring him down a little bit. Just throw him away. Come on now. We can't be going that far, but we do need to help solve this situation. Packer fan Tiffany, thanks for your advice.
Thanks for the call, Packer fan Tiffany. Okay, we got Luke on line number 2. Luke, what do you think about this mixer whose boyfriend's gotten into fitness and now he's all over her saying you don't have discipline. You need to get more into fitness. And she said it's ruining her self-esteem.
Yeah, I think it's kind of crazy. I was in a similar situation where my wife worked out for years and years, and I've just never been one to work out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've recently gotten back into working out with my wife. We work out together, and she encourages me, but she definitely doesn't criticize me when I don't feel like working out or.
Yeah, because it's not for everybody. I mean, there's a lot of people who will gravitate towards that and do that. And then,
you're all on your own fitness journey.
Yeah,
it's individual for everybody.
Heck yeah.
And if he's criticizing what she's eating and stuff like that, and when she's not doing this or not doing that, maybe they just shouldn't be together.
Whoa. Okay, you're saying exactly what our mixer had texted in to the Siding Unlimited text line. Throw the man away. Okay. Interesting.
Again, lifestyles are very different right now. Luke, when
Right.
when you are in a situation where maybe your wife's doing more of the fitness and you're not, do you look at her and does it inspire you to want to get more into it?
Of course it does. I mean, she's, she works out. She's worked out like pretty consistently for like the last 6 years, and it's just never been part of my lifestyle, I guess. I prefer to do more like hiking and walking and stuff like that.
Sure.
But
And that's just it, right? You got to find your passion and what you
do your thing.
But go on. What were you going to say?
And she supports me, and that's what makes a happy marriage, I guess. And they clearly aren't ready for that. So.
Yeah.
If it's getting to be too critical and too mean and too personal, I mean, really, it's really starting to feel like personal attacks here with this message. It's time to have a really hard conversation, or like everyone's saying, maybe the lifestyles just aren't aligned. Maybe they're not aligned anymore, and it's a different path to go. Thank you for talking about that, though, and sharing your perspective of what it's like with you and your wife, but also how you can make it work too.
Absolutely,
really appreciate that. All right, we are actually gonna call Stephanie with an F here coming up because
saw her text.
Stephanie said you're not overreacting. Stephanie works in the fitness industry.
Oh, let's go!
And has so many stories, she says, that can help this woman and maybe anyone else that's going through this. So we're gonna talk to her coming up on the mix.
Here we go. Let's get Stephanie rolling.
Yeah, can you talk to
there? Hi, it's the mix. Who's this?
Hi, this is Hopeless Romantic Gil.
Hopeless Romantic Gil. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
So, what do we? You want to get your thoughts known on this situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the person
Hey, Stephanie with an F. Thanks so much.
Hang on 1 second. We'll be right there. So we want to hear from. Have you been through something like this before?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hold on.
Okay, great. All right. So when we chat with you, we've got about like, a minute 30, 2 minutes to chat. Just so we can stay on time for our commercial break. Just talk to me a little bit off the air though, kind of what you're going to bring to the conversation so I know how to set you up. Oh, had no idea.
Good stuff.
Happy.
See you and hear you.
Yeah.
Through all season long.
There you go. Yeah, you find a way to make that work. Oh my gosh. I love that you have such a personal connection to all of this. That's awesome. All right. So yes. Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. All right, Stephanie, we're going to go here in like a minute 45. We're going to get you on the air. So sit tight. Hang on. All right.
Hopeless Romantic Gil waiting to talk too. That's good stuff.
Gil. Love it. Gil's
I haven't
back.
talked to him for a while, so it's good that he's called in.
All right, minute 30.
1 minute, 30 seconds. We'll get some calls on the
For
air.
time, I think.
We'll see how it goes here, but yeah, we can probably grab Gil and after.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We're good.
BJ, if you can sit tight, we really appreciate it. We've got Stephanie with an F that we're going to go to here, but we will chat with you. So just hang on. Even if we go to
Gil, we got Stephanie with an F ahead of you, and then we're going to come to you. Okay,
right,
so
thanks.
hold on.
All right, line 2 is Stephanie with an F. Hey, Julie, joining us on Instagram, and Dana,
What
and
up?
Beck, and Jeannie, and Danny, and Jackson.
Whoa,
Jackson Harwood.
No.
Jackson Harwood. That's Scarlett's man.
Oh. Hey.
Ooh, he's very interested in fitness.
So, before you go,
It's time to talk to an expert. It's Elizabeth and Radar on the mix, and we're going to bring in Stephanie with an F to this text roulette conversation. Stephanie works in fitness, and the mixer's situation is that the boyfriend has now gotten into a healthy lifestyle and fitness, and he's criticizing her for not being as into it as he is. And he talks about long-term health. She's feeling judged. It's exhausting. And her text says, it's starting to affect my self-esteem. Am I overreacting or should I push back? Stephanie with an F, thank you for taking time. You said you can relate to this on many levels, but working with fitness and you're, a dietitian and you work in the fitness world. How would you handle it? How would you handle this if someone came to you with this problem?
Well, I've had this problem brought to me before where boyfriends are pushing girls. I meet with a lot of women daily that women are getting pushed by their boyfriends. And
oh my gosh, mind your own business.
Come on now.
It is. And like, you cannot push somebody to do the things that you want to do. What I would encourage her boyfriend even to do, to give him advice, is to like find something that she likes to do that's just a movement. I'm a certified wellness coach, and the biggest thing is just movement. Nutrition is super important. I get that. But if you're not moving and your body's not moving, you're still not going to be healthy. So you have to get your body moving. If it's going for a walk, sometimes I ask people daily, I'm like, hey, do you guys go grocery shopping? And it sounds so simple, right? And they're like, well, no, I order my groceries online and get them delivered. Go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store and walk around the grocery store. Movement, getting steps in and just moving daily. Change little habits that maybe he should be mentioning those things to her instead of like the big things.
But if
I
he's
always
getting really
felt that
critical like this, and it's really affecting her self-esteem because
Yeah.
he's constantly at her for not being healthy or eating healthy or doing healthy things. What would you say to just her? How should she work through this?
she has to talk to him about it. She has to. And I have this same situation with my wife. I'm a fitness instructor. She doesn't like working out. And she straight up told me and was very honest with me and said, I don't want you to push me to exercise because that will drive me away from it. So she just has to be honest with it and say, I will not do it. She said, what I like to do is go for walks. Will you go for walks with me?
Get a dog and start walking.
Every night. No, we're not getting a dog. We have a cat.
Walk the cat. No, the cats don't.
But
like to walk.
but you're finding something that she's interested in
absolutely.
that you can do together because motion is lotion. It's good for the body, good for the joints.
All right. Yeah.
Really
Absolutely.
appreciate you talking to all of us about this and how to work through it because I imagine there's a lot of people listening that maybe their partner's more into that than not because it's not for everybody.
Sure.
But trying to find something that maybe they can get excited about that's more on their level and recognizing like you can't change a person. This is who they are. This is who you married. This is who you're in a relationship with. This is what comes with that, these differences and trying to work through them. And appreciate you being there to support all those clients that have these kinds of situations too.
Stephanie with an F is the F for fitness.
It is. Yes, it is.
There you go.
There you go, Radar. We're going to send this back to the mixer. Thanks to everybody that called and texted in. We know a lot of you are feeling very passionate about all of this. And Coach V made a little joke here. He's like, I have a feeling the relationship isn't going to work out.
Oh,
in
I
the
see
future.
see what you did there.
If they have a conversation, maybe he doesn't understand. Maybe he thinks he's being motivating, but it's coming across as being hurtful and
Right.
mean. Maybe that's not what he wants. I would hope not what he wants. And
We
they can
can
find a
work-
way that they can communicate it better.
We can work it out. That's what I'm talking about right there.
All right. Let's take these calls here in the
Yes.
studio.
What? BJ was on 3, right?
Yeah, we'll go to
Let's go to
BJ
him first.
first.
He's been waiting the longest.
Hey, BJ, what did you want to say to this mixer? Thanks so much for hanging on.
No, yeah, you bet. So anyways, no, he might be saying it in the wrong way.
It sounds like he
definitely
definitely
saying
is
the
saying
wrong
it in the
way.
wrong way.
And he might be saying it because he cares, but you can't, like Radar was saying, you don't throw in the, you have to do it this way. You have to do it. You have to do it.
That's micromanaging.
Suggest
Yeah, I
it,
didn't even do that.
yeah, suggest it in a different way and say something like, I think we should join the gym together. Why don't we do this together? And if she doesn't want to, then maybe, like Stephanie was saying, maybe it's something different, like, that's fitness minded, like for walks.
Yeah,
Or
but
Exactly. Yeah. BJ, been through something like this, or you just talking off the top of your head like this is what should happen, and you're trying to save the relationship?
I've never been like this because
Okay.
I word my phrases very carefully.
You're very thoughtful.
Measured words.
Yes,
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much for the
Thanks,
call.
BJ.
you bet.
Hopeless romantic Gil, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
We're doing great.
Thanks
been a
for
while.
waiting. Great to hear from you.
Yeah. Keep trying to get through, but I never can. I was
Well,
surprised I
now
got
you
through this morning.
now you did, so you can help out this mixer. What do you think?
Honestly, I think she should talk to the guy and let her know how she feels about it, because I went the same thing and I also worked at a gym. So I had the roles reversed where my girlfriend wanted to do the same thing to me.
Oh.
Like things just didn't work out because she wanted to take it into the past, and she's like using this person. She's like, oh, look how he's building up with this by changing his habits. And I'm like, I'm doing the best I can. My body's not letting me.
So
do
your
this.
girlfriend was pointing at other men, saying, "Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. You should be doing the same thing."
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
that comparison thing
And
is not
That's
good.
no good.
No.
And that could be what he's kind of trying to think. He's trying to help her, but if it's lowering her self-esteem, she should be happy with who she is and how
Sure.
if she is actually working out. She should be proud of what she's doing to help her body out,
Yeah.
and not let him
Good points.
force her to do something.
How long did that relationship last for you?
My relationship, it only lasted a couple of months. We met, believe it or not, biking. And she's like,
Okay.
oh, well, this part of your body's too big. This part of your body's not big enough. I'm like, I'm happy with who I am. and what I do. So I can't make my body change like you want. So if you don't like me for who I am, we have to part ways.
Ooh, and so you ended it.
Yes. So, and I mean, that's what she should probably talk to him to let him know how she feels, that
it's that
comfortable with
serious.
it.
It's that hurtful.
Yeah. Because if it goes further and she doesn't talk about it, it could get worse.
It could.
Wear down.
Truth.
Oh, hopeless romantic Gil. Glad that you were able to speak your truth though and have that honest conversation. I'm sure that was hard to do, but I hope you feel better about it afterwards.
Oh yeah, I did. I mean, because if you let somebody bring you down, it's gonna make it worse for you later on during life. She needs to be happy with who she is.
Be positive. Let's go. Yes. Accept people for who they are.
To meet somebody else. So
totally,
yeah.
totally. Hey, good points. Hopeless romantic Gil. Thanks so much for joining the show again. Good to hear from you.
Thanks, Gil.
Hey, congratulations on the live stream, by the way.
Yeah.
I love watching it. That is so awesome.
Gil, you're such a good support. We just really appreciate you. Thanks so much for calling and being a part of the Mixed family.
Y'all have a great day.
You too. Bye. Oh, he's such a nice guy. So I don't know if it was just my computer. All right, Mixers. We are going to take a quick little break. And then we will be back in a few minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was a good text roulette. A lot of good conversation in that one. A lot of good insight. People really speaking candidly about what they've been through. Stephanie with an F.
Fitness.
It stands for.
It's for fitness.
Fitness.